Hello and welcome to Wig Transformations with Mr. VILLBERG, and I am Mr. VILLBERG. Today we're going to show you how we transform this wig that we bought online, and we thought that she was going to be some sort of flowy fantasy blonde dream, and she looks more like one of these bobcat wigs from the 80s. So what I'm going to try to do, I don't really know yet, but I'm going to start by blowing her out and making her straighter, and we'll just take it from there. I prepared the wig by mounting her on the styrofoam head. I also prepared her by cutting off the lace. It was a full lace before, but it was a really thick, like mosquito net lace, so I cut it off just to make it a bit more flexible to be able to mount her on the styrofoam head. And now, first step, we're gonna have to try to smoothen her out. I don't want her to be completely straight, so I'm gonna try to use this old power tool from the 80s. And when we use that, we can tribe it in the back of the head first. You can just pick her up a bit, like this. And you need, to make the curls come out, you have to weten them first. Just do that, and then let's go. Now she's much smoother and easier to work with, but she's still got some texture to her. So we're just gonna do this on the entire head right now. See you in 2 hours. I'm halfway there, and as you can see, I'm keeping the curls a little bit, but I'm blowing her out completely. And I'm using this technique that I just take one section at a time in a circle, so I go round and round and round until there's nothing left. I have now finished blowing her out, and I've only used the tool that I showed you before and water in a spray bottle. And I think it turned out pretty good. Before we start cutting her and styling her, I just want to make sure that she is really dry. So we're gonna blow her out with this one, cold air. Okay, next step is to thin her out a bit and cut away some of the length, because these ends were kind of split. So gonna do that. She is all blown out and cut and ready to go. And next step is to tease her up and make her big. But before we start the teasing, I'm gonna take this comb and we're gonna take away all the hair that's on the lace here in front. And pull it forward and save that for later, okay? We have now teased her and finished off with some hairspray, and she starts to look a bit funny, but I think it's going to be okay. What we're going to do now is comb and hairspray, and we're going to gently comb her through and make her look flawless. And then I think that we're going to try to split her in the middle. Let's see how it works. I've finished brushing her through and giving her some hairspray, and I think that we're going for this look, which is still kind of basic, so I'm just gonna continue styling her until I like what I see, and then the next step will be this, but I'm gonna hold on with this for now and make it look expensive, okay? She's starting to look okay now. I just worked through her with a hairspray, comb, and a hairbrush. Next step is to take these parts, split them into two this way. The piece that is closer to the hair, you tease that one, pull it back and brush it into these waves. And then finally, when that's done, you brush in the lower part. I just finished the bangs, just combed everything together, and I just sprayed it tight with some hairspray, and I left her to dry for a bit. So now I'm gonna take all of these clips out that has been shaping the bangs and helping me to mold it, and then I'm just gonna brush her and brush her and brush her until I like what I see. Okay, I brushed her through. I pushed the bangs forward to the face to like frame the face. And when I was happy with what I saw, I put on the pins here again, not to disturb the hairline because I want that to be flawless. And now I'm doing the final styling of the entire wig. And when I was doing that, I realized that one side is shorter than the other. But hey, that's what happens sometimes. So I'm just gonna even her out, the length, and then I'm gonna do the final touches. I'm starting to become really happy with what I see, so I'm gonna take out all of these pins now. And then as a final thing, I'm just gonna go over her with the last coat of hairspray and like final touches. And I think we're gonna be done soon. And she is done. I hope you like her. She went from this frizzy, curly, cheap wig to this whatever it is, but it looks gorgeous anyway. If you want to see her in action, do you? Here's the clip.
Do you love this hair? Get into this hair, honey. It's like 80s power woman, slut, superhero, desk temp, office bitch. And I love it!
That's not the missus, that's Katya. But you look amazing. I really enjoyed doing this wig, so if you have any questions, comment below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.